So if you're like me, then you're probably prone to getting quite stressed out, especially when you're studying. Not only this, but it can make you pretty agitated when you're sitting at your desk trying to get things done. So I thought I would take you on my walk with me and share with you my top 6 tips for relaxing and de-stressing. So tip number 1 is, as you might have guessed, to get some exercise. All the better if you can get some which takes you outside into the fresh air. So I'd highly recommend if you sit at your desk a lot, whether in the library or in your own study like I am at the moment, to fit in some time for a walk. It doesn't have to be a walk in a park, it can be a walk to the supermarket or somewhere else, but as long as it gets you some fresh air and a bit of activity, you're really gonna see the benefit. Another idea is to go to the gym, of course. Any physical activity, can you tell I'm asthmatic, is amazing for your brain, and it is incredibly relaxing, which it might not sound like, but I would not lie to you. I used to go to the gym a lot, but I'm not really near a gym anymore, or at least I'm not near the gym I was at before, so instead I'm trying to make sure I get in lots of walks outside, but changing up your space, so not just exercising in your bedroom by either going to a gym or going for a run or going for a walk, and just moving your body around is going to be so helpful. My next tip is something that took me a while to convert to, but it works, and this is something you can do whilst you're studying, so it doesn't require you to take a break, and that is listen to some classical music. I can't listen to music with words in it when I'm doing anything else that requires mind power, but classical music, I have discovered, is incredibly relaxing. Whoa, crazy, right? Like, who knew? So I don't know much about classical music, I don't have any particular favourites. I just tend to search on YouTube for classical study music or classical reading music, and there's these videos that are like 2 hours long of classical music, and that saves you the trouble of having to find some stuff. There's playlists already out there, and I like to listen to that when I'm typing or I'm reading in the background, especially if I'm finding it hard to concentrate because I'm distracted by other things. The classical music actually makes it easier for me to focus on the one thing I need to be focusing on and put everything else out of my mind. Which brings me to my 3rd tip, which is putting things to the side. One of the most stressful things when you're studying or working on one particular piece is the knowledge that there's other things you need to do, and it's very difficult to focus on one thing and you get distracted by everything else, and it's so important to put things aside and leave them till later and just focus in on one thing, and just, even if it means writing up a plan, just saying to yourself, do you know what, for the next 3 hours this is this task, or this is today's task, I don't do anything like this, or oh, there's a YouTube video I need to film, okay, but that's for tomorrow, or that's for tonight, that's not for just now, don't think about it just now. I've got 2 essays to write for different classes. Today is this essay, tomorrow is that essay. Don't be like flitting back and forward between things within the same hour. An hour is for one thing, and it should always be for one thing. Unless you finish the thing, and that's great. My next piece of advice is to not film whilst you're walking up hills. But really, my next piece of advice is to take breaks. And most importantly, not to eat whilst you're studying, or not to study whilst you're eating. So have your lunch breaks. Whether it's half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, have it and enjoy it and dedicate it to only that. Do not work through your lunch breaks. Take a moment to do something that has nothing to do with studying. Watch an episode of a TV show. Have a conversation with a friend. Enjoy your food and savour it, because giving those little grey cells the rest that they need makes it so much easier to get back to tasks, rather than just sitting there agitated and not getting anywhere, and then feeling extra unrelaxed and tired later because you didn't take your break. Take it. Fresh air and sunshine, although it is very cold still. I appreciate though what is sometimes the hardest thing is to let go of things and to take a break from your mind thinking about things. So another suggestion for helping you relax and get rid of some of that agitated energy is, if there are specific things that are bothering you that are not necessarily related to your study, maybe you got a piece of negative feedback, maybe somebody left a mean comment on one of your videos on the internet. Maybe you had a stupid argument with your friend. Whatever just takes a hold of you when you're already stressed and makes you feel a little bit crappier than you did before. My next suggestion would be to write it down and throw it away. So sometimes actually giving something a physical space can remove it from your mind and let you do things to it in a way you can't do when they're in your head. So sometimes if I'm feeling really stressed about something that isn't really getting me anywhere, thinking it over and over again, I write it down. Maybe I write it down on a piece of paper, or I type it up on my computer in Word, and once I'm done, once I've got all my thoughts out, all my feelings out, or just those stupid things that I can't get out of my head written down, I delete it. I don't save the file. I chuck out the page from my notebook and it's gone. And sometimes I actually find that makes it a lot easier for me to stop thinking about it, so I'd give it a shot if you aren't already. But my last tip for you, tip number 6 for this video, is to embrace the world of technology. And that is maybe to try some of those calming, relaxation and meditation apps out there. I recently have been trying the Calm app that my friend Nicola over at Robotnik recommended to me. I also for a while was using this really great app that helped you de-tense and let go of all that negative energy and those negative thoughts before you went to sleep, because I was finding it very difficult to get to sleep and was having very unpleasant dreams and waking up feeling just as stressed, if not more stressed in the morning because of that. So there was this app that would kind of help you relax before bedtime. There's a lot of things out there that you can download, and lots of them are free, that might help you concentrate on something else and just really relax you. And I don't think they're ever worth dismissing before you've tried them. And if you've tried one and you didn't like it, why not try another? It doesn't waste too much of your time, and it could be the saviour you're looking for. I would myself quite like to start trying meditation, so if any of you are expert meditators and want to give me any recommendations, feel free. If you have any other tips for relaxing while studying or at work or anywhere really, do leave them in the comments down below. I'm sure everyone, myself included, would appreciate them, but I hope you found this video at least a little helpful, and until next time guys, happy reading. I'll see you all again soon. Bye! Hi guys, so I'm here today to talk to you about some of my favourite booktubers. Maybe there'll be some people in this video that you aren't already subscribed to and you found your new favourite booktuber